What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going to be talking about NEO, what it did today, where I think it's going into next week, and just talk about the overall attitude that happened today. Now before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you that I do have a free Discord server. Go ahead and click the link in the description below if you need help. Just hop in here, DM me. My DMs are always open for you guys. I'm here to help you. Let's get right into the video and let's actually talk about what NEO did today. Now I'm going to say this for the overall market. Now the overall market, it was crazy today. It was everywhere. I mean, volatility was still high. If you look at the VIX index, which measures volatility, you can see we're still up there, right? This is normal levels right here. This is completely normal levels. You know, some hovering around 23. Maybe we get the occasional 25 and 26, right? When we start going into this territory, you know, like we did on Wednesday, and then especially parts of today, that's when volatility is starting to ramp up. So this definitely needs to die down tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday. But keep in mind though, it was nowhere near what it was during the coronavirus crash. So guys, even though that we had a sell-off today, keep in mind it was still nowhere near during the coronavirus crash. So this huge sell-off, it was controlled. There was no panic in the market. Yes, it was a pretty big sell-off, but still there was no panic, or there wasn't to a level that happened during COVID, right? So this is completely still normal. It's a little high, but that's something you need to keep in mind as well. Let's get right into this and let's talk about what NEO did today, where I think it's heading, and just basically my overall outlook on where I want NEO to go. Now, in case you didn't know, NEO closed right at $57. Now, we've talked about this in previous videos. We've talked about how this $57 area it's been a strong support, right? Now, what actually happened today? So today we actually pushed up. I mean, NEO was looking green, right? NEO was green. We pushed up in the morning. Everything else was selling off, and NEO was staying strong, right? Let's go down to the 15-minute time frame and actually look at what happened. So today is the 29th. So we opened up right here. We pushed up. We were staying above this support level right here for a while. We were hovering above it, and then the overall market just pretty much just tanked, right? We were still down on the overall market, but then we just fell off the cliff. And then what happened? We consolidated, push up, pull back, pushed up, and where do we still stay above? We still stayed above this area right at this $57 mark that I talked about many times before. We hit this earlier and we came back up this week. I said staying above 57 is okay. We've been around this area multiple times before. Notice how many times we've been interacting around this area now. So definitely though, I do not want to see this breaking. Let's see if it did anything extended hours. Nothing really extended hours. They pushed up 20 cents. But going into next week, we definitely don't need to see this thing breaking. It does not need to get below this area. If it does, then I'm still standing by, and it's coming down to 53.69. But that's only if we stay above and close above. Notice each time we've only actually closed underneath this support one time. The other times they're just candle wicks, so that's exactly what you want to see. And the time we did close underneath, we gapped up in that morning. So keep in mind, every time we've gotten underneath it, we've always closed above it. So definitely getting below it is a bearish momentarily sign. I know I'm not bearish on NEO ever really overall, but during the short term, yes, I expected to get a pullback down to 53.69. But the bullish side, which I'm still standing by just because we held this $57 area, is this area right here. So we need to push up. We've talked about this. We've really just been range bound. So we've been talking about these same numbers over and over because we've been staying in this consolidation range, you know, for quite some time now. So we pushed up, or we need to push up, get above resistance here at $59 and stay above it. So staying above it is obviously bullish. We've been lately having some trouble staying above it. I mean, we can get above it. Notice these candle wicks right here, but the rejection comes. We have the sellers, they push us down, and that's where the rejection is. So going into tomorrow's or Monday's session, we need to stay above it. We definitely need to stay above it and close above it. We really don't need to have a wick anymore. We definitely need to have that firm close above it, and then we can have the talks about it pushing back up to all-time highs, you know, past this general area right here. But until we get above this $59 mark and actually stay above it, then it's going to act as a resistance, as it has been many times before. So definitely I want it seen getting above $59 next week and holding above it. I really don't want to see those wicks, but overall, NEO still did an amazing job. You know, the overall market, it's been taking such a beating. And NEO, I mean, yes, we've had our down days on it, right? That's normal. But it's staying strong, right? We were able to hold these support lines, you know, on the overall market. We've been blasting through several levels. And in general, we've just been, you know, having a good sell-off. But NEO is holding its major support lines. And that's why I think NEO is definitely strong during times like this. So going to next week's session, I still expect a lot of volatility. I hope it dies down for sure, but you still got to expect it, right? But NEO obviously isn't really being affected by it. You can say it is, you know, these sell-offs, you can blame it on that, but I think NEO is holding strong and holding good. Thank you for your time. Just wanted to get this video out here. I know it's late. Got caught up with a lot of things today, but thank you for watching it. Thank you for being a subscriber. I appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next video.